Hey everyone, so today we are not going to see any retail registers, so rather we'll just take one real world scenario. Okay, so we have come up with some idea here. Recently this movie had made some buzz around nationwide, so we're just going to see how to generate a box office report. Okay, so if you take this requirement, you can see extra the source data, day-wise collection summary from the third-party services. Okay, so normally you have the source data, okay, from the theaters or some book shows, other services. Okay, so you have the collection data here. So there will be additional files, okay, budget data files, and then overseas collections provided with you. So now assume the producer is a client. Okay, so if the producer is a client, he wants to see the box office report, okay, for this movie. So that's the problem statement. Okay, that's the requirement here. So you get this requirement and you're going to plan, I mean you're going to see how you're going to implement. Okay, so there could be multiple ways, okay, multiple implementation ways that you guys think. Okay, so you just comment below like what you think of. Okay, think of this requirement and then how you're going to design. Okay, so I'll just show my design, and then if you want to code, like you'll just see the code in the next part. Okay, so today we'll just see the designing part. Okay, so how are you going to design? It could be simple. The thing is like this third party source. Okay, third party source data would be we're not sure. Okay, whether it can be in a spreadsheet or dot data, other things. Okay, so we'll just assume for now it's a spreadsheet. Okay, so third party service is like they're providing a spreadsheet data, and then our job is to extract it, okay, like clean it, and then to process it. Okay, so this is the idea here, and then I'll just explain my idea. So you guys can provide your idea in the comment below. So we'll just start. Okay, so first one. Okay, so first they have given the data. Okay, so the source data, and then budget. Okay, so here source file. Okay, so for example you consider collection.csv. Okay, so it's like this one is provided in a spreadsheet. So you have to design a graph that includes reading the spreadsheet. Okay, you have to read the Excel sheet. Okay, so you have the data here. Okay, field, month, movie, day, collection. Okay, so collection in terms of crores. Okay, so here starting from first day till 21. Okay, so if you I think if this movie has released in 19th July, right? So for the past 3 weeks, if you consider 21 days or more than 21 days. Okay, so I just we're just going to see 21 days. Okay, up to 21 days. So there could be null or space or something. Okay, in the records. Okay, so you have to filter the proper records, and then you have to process. Okay, so this is a like this is input data which we are receiving from the third party source. Okay, so consider any theater or some other services. Okay, some other online services. Okay, so this data we have, and we are going to get that, and then from the production side. Okay, from the producer side, they know like how they know how many, like how many how much money they have put. Okay, for this movie. Okay, so they have the proper data. So that's like we have. Okay, so movie like Saiyaara, and then production cost 45 crores, and then marketing 15 crores. Okay, so total would be like 60 crores. Okay, for this movie. So and then you can compute a total collection, and then you can compute total budget, and then you can like calculate the profit, and then you can like calculate the week wise and the day wise whatever. Okay, so you can generate everything, and then right now we are going to see a proper simple box office report. Okay, having discussed the source file, we'll just move to the implementation part. Okay, so you have the after discussing this one, so you can picture out your output file thing. Okay, so output file idea would be to generate box office report containing these fields. Okay, movie, day one, lifetime collection, and then total budget. Okay, profit made, and then verdict. Okay, so verdict, I'll just tell you the idea. Okay, so for example here this one you can get it from the input side, and then day one. Okay, day one you can get it from this one. Okay, straight from this one, 21.5. So here 21.5, and then lifetime budget. Okay, lifetime, I mean lifetime collections. Okay, so lifetime collections would be, I think it has crossed some 500 crores. So total budget would be 60 crores. Profit. Okay, you can consider some profit here. Okay, something. Okay, we'll just calculate that. Okay, this is for a sample thing, sample output, and verdict. Okay, so verdict, normally if the collection, okay, if the profit is like is has made a break even. Okay, break even compared to the budget. Okay, suppose if the budget is 60, if the movie has made 80 crores or 90 crores, then it's an average movie. Okay, so it has crossed the break, it's made a break even profit. Okay, so suppose if it has doubled or tripled or quadrupled, okay, like that, then it can be considered as a super hit box office, like that. Okay, so here the budget is 60 and then it made a profit of more than 400. Okay, so this will be shared by producer, distributor, and the theater owners. We don't have to go get into that story, but here if you look at the profit and then the buzz it has created nationwide, most like probably is a blockbuster. Okay, next to I think Java in this year. Okay, so this one we have to create. So for this one, we need to generate a BRE. Okay, so business rules. Okay, so map from the mapping sheet. So mapping sheet will be provided. So we have to think and we have to create the logic. Okay, so for the lifetime you have to add up, okay, add all the days, and then you have to create a this number, and then total budget you have to refer from this file. Okay, so maybe you can use this file as a lookup. Okay, so like that you have to you just have to think of the mapping. Okay, mapping, and then some logic rules behind this, and then you have to implement. Okay, so this is a basic idea. So input, like having the input given, and then we have to think of the output. Okay, of creating this, and then now we'll just go to the implementation part. So implementation part, so if you think, okay, if you think this scenario as a live stream of data. Okay, for example, from starting from day one, right, starting from the day one, if the client is requesting, okay, acha, like I want from the day one, starting from the day one, I want the result. Okay, like movie day one lifetime would be the same day. Okay, like that. If you want to do a live stream of like the integration and then doing process, like then you have to go for continuous flows. Okay, so you have to go for continuous flows, and then you have to go like implement the roll up in the continuous. Okay, so continuous with the roll up and those compound. Okay, you have to play around those areas. So this is one of way. Okay, one way. And then week wise. Okay, so if week wise, if you want to do this, like you have to make your batch run weekly. Okay, with the same setup. Okay, so third, static, only one time. Okay, so for this one we can do a simple graph. Okay, simple graph, and then we have to run only once. Okay, trigger once. Okay, so these three ideas like we have. Okay, so if you have another idea, like if you have some more ideas, you can add up in the comments below. Okay, so these are the things. So this would be highly efficient. Okay, because as soon as the data comes, you can process with the continuous roll up, and then you can do all those like you can do, and then you can do the process, and then you can do you can put a SQL, or you can put a table, table or S3 box or whatever. Okay, in the end side. Okay, in the output side. Okay, and then you can deliver to client. Okay, so these three ways. Okay, there are three, like multiple ways of doing that. Simplest, we'll just go for the simplest way for the time sake. Okay, so because like even a beginner can understand a simple way. Okay, we don't have to like make it complicated. Okay, so this one, and then as you know, data analysis, and then data integration. So we are united in the data integration and then data visualization. Okay, so maybe like while presenting to client. Okay, so yeah, so data analysis. Okay, you'll just extract and clean. Okay, here extract and clean. Okay, so maybe you can get the data from spreadsheet. Okay, so you say spreadsheet or something. Data integration. Okay, I'm going to show ETL tool. Okay, visualization, you can use Power BI or Tableau. Okay, whatever. Okay, so to create a dashboard, to create a report. Okay, and then to deliver it to client. Okay, so this is a main idea. Okay, so we are going to see the I'm going to show ETL part. Okay, so right now CSV is ready. Okay, spreadsheet is ready, given to us. We are going to process the data, and then Power BI developer. Okay, so those guys will create dashboard provided from our output. Okay, so so these are the ideas. Okay, these are the implementation method. So I think you got the idea around here. Okay, so we'll just proceed with the design. Okay, ETL design for today. Okay, so we'll just see. I'm just going to take this one. Okay, the static one. Okay, so I'll just tell you my idea. Okay, my idea and my design. So if that's like if I'm missing on anything, or if that's incorrect or something like that, then like please mention it below. Okay, so this is my proper setup. Okay, so I'll just explain you like guide like one by one. So this one is a main graph. Okay, So this one is a main graph. Okay, consider this one as Saiyaara MP. Okay, so you have created on a graph named Saiyaara in your sandbox, and then this is your window. Okay, and then you put your subgraph here and another subgraph here. Okay, so you rename it as a read subgraph and then a report subgraph. Okay, so you just do this, and then you open the read subgraph and then put these things. Okay, so I'll just tell you one by one. So first we'll just sort out this read subgraph. Okay, so after you create this read subgraph, you rename it, you double click and you open it, and then you put a read spreadsheet component. Okay, read spreadsheet or read Excel sheet. Okay, whatever is there in the tool. So you have to put a Excel sheet component here because our source is a CSV here. Okay, so your source is a CSV from third party. Okay, so if you see, if you like, this was coming from Book My Show. Okay, so these guys are making giving in CSV format. Okay, so you have to put a sheet component, Excel sheet component, so where you can have multiple tabs or single tab, whatever, with the data. Okay, so you have to process that. Okay, so we'll just see the configure part in the next video. Okay, so right now we'll just see the design thing. Okay, so read Excel sheet, and then after this, okay, so you have to convert. Okay, you have to read the strings. Okay, like read the Excel sheets in the you have to make it readable, okay, to the system. Okay, so you have to declare the proper data types and everything. So for that, I'll be going for formatting the data. Okay, so that's nothing but reformat. Okay, okay, reformat. Okay, so after this component, okay, so right here we'll just code each and every column. Okay, so here we have got three columns. Okay, three fields, movie day collections. Okay, so these three would be string. Okay, in the Excel sheet. So we have to convert them. Okay, we have to read them in a string format, in a sheet and line scenario, and then we have to map it. Okay, we have to map the DML to a proper data. Okay, so first one would be string movie, and then remaining two columns would be like considered as a decimal. Okay, so we have to properly map the column. Okay, either you can go for I'm going for reformat here, not going for I'm going for reformat here is that because there could be other reason as well. Okay, I'm going to like check the null and is null and is blank. Okay, so I can write those logics, and then I could filter the records as well. Okay, so for that I can do same thing. Okay, I can do I can use first defend as well. Okay, to properly set. Okay, read the data. So after that, after correcting the columns, okay, so here at the end, okay, I will be having the proper string, decimal, and then okay, the decimal day, decimal collection. Okay, so those stuff. Okay, so here I need to do. Okay, so right, so now what we can do is that we can actually do the aggregate. Okay, so in this component we can do the aggregate. So like right from day 1 to day 21. Okay, you can sum it up and then you can print. Okay, so that would be a lifetime calculation. Okay, lifetime collection. Okay, so here roll up. Okay, so you can do aggregate thing after that. Okay, so after the now if you feel like, okay, if you feel like this part is over. Okay, so movie day 1 lifetime is over. Okay, so now here total budget and then profit. Okay, so for these two things you need the budget data. Okay, you need the second data. So for this one you need is a extra file. Okay, so a reference file. So for that you can consider that file as a lookup file. Okay, so what we can do is that we can consider. Okay, so okay, so I'm just considering, I'm just keeping, okay, keeping this one as a budget lookup. Okay, yeah, okay, so this file, okay, you can put this file in the here, okay, in your main graph. Okay, so yeah, so after roll up, after till roll up you have this one up to movie day 1 lifetime. Okay, these data. Okay, so for total budget and profit we can add it later. Okay, in your reformat. Okay, after that I'll just tell you. Okay, so here or you can calculate, okay, you can refer that and calculate in the same component as well, okay. Now what we can do is this is a read subgraph, okay. So whatever design in this subgraph will contain these three component, okay. So after this it will go to this component, okay, this subgraph component. So this one is specially made for creation of report, box office report, okay. So if you open this, you will have a here, okay, here replicate, okay. So replicate, okay, we are replicating the flows, okay. So whatever data we have, the movie day and then total collections, okay, we are going to send that to like a report creating thing, okay, to write Excel sheet, okay. So for that we are replicating the flow, and then the main idea here is like for generating, okay, Excel sheet, we need header columns, okay. So for that we are creating a create data, okay, or generate records, okay. So those steps, okay. So this one, and then here we are taking another flow to a reformat, okay. So this one, so this reformat is specially made for converting those DMLs into Excel format, okay. So this one, so these two will have same DML, so we can concatenate here and then we can write it in the Excel sheet, okay. So this is report subgraph. So in this reformat here, you can just refer the budget lookup and then you can calculate these three fields: total budget and then profit and then verdict, okay. For the verdict, you can compare the profit thing, okay. So you can compare the profit made with the total budget, okay. So if it is crossing, okay, if it is crossing 100%, 200%, you can deliver, okay. Suppose if the budget is okay, if the profit made is for you say like 120, okay, 120 crores, okay. So it has doubled, okay. So you can write the verdict as super hit. So producer will visualize the data, and then he will see the data, and then he will still tell like okay, this budget is like we have made this profit, and then we have seen like we have seen the verdict, okay. We are seeing the verdict as super rate, and then right now the super, like right now you can make it as Blockbuster, since it is crossing, like it has jumped threefold, okay, more than threefold here, okay. So that's what, like, so this is the main idea, okay. So there are like two subgraphs. One is for reading sheet and then formatting and then doing the aggregation, okay. So read, so I'll just put it here, read, and then formatting the Excel sheet, okay, and then your aggregating thing. So okay, for these things, like I'm going to create one subgraph, and then for again, okay, after aggregating, again I will be converting back to the Excel sheet, okay. So for that on report subgraph, okay, if you want to send this output file to a producer like mail ID, then you can add on another component, send mail component, okay. You can add a send mail component, you can add you can send it to the proper mail ID, okay, whatever, okay. So and then if you want to deliver this file to a third party source, okay, for other if you want to put in other servers or anything like because like other visual team, okay, other data visual team like Power BI developer, Tableau developer, they will pick up your profile like before data, and then they will process the data, and then they will visualize the some ideas, okay, behind that, okay. They will create some nice dashboard and then they will deliver to the client, okay. So whatever, okay. So our integration part is simple, but the thing is like you need to know how to configure a spreadsheet, and then how to format it, and then how to properly aggregate it, okay. So in the configuration part, there are like other two parts which is important, okay. Configuration and coding. So these two parts, okay, these two parts are highly important, okay. So here you need to have it's like a concept checklist we discuss, okay, in every video, okay. So Excel, you need to know how to read and how to write, okay. So read Excel and then write Excel, okay. So these two things, and then the DML manipulation, okay. So DML format, okay. So DML you have to give proper stuff, okay. So have to be proper, and then the design, okay. So sometimes if you're getting some errors or something like that, you have to correct the design, and then you have to arrange it, and you have to properly like properly run it in phases, okay. You have to run this one in 0 phase, and you have to run this one in the 1 phase, okay. So or you can run one stretch phase, okay, and you have to declare the lookup file, and then we have to properly write the lookup code, okay. So another thing is design, and then so design you can put, and then lookup code, okay. So lookup reference and then code. so you have to know the reference and then coding thing. Okay, so these three areas are main for my design. Okay, for my simple use case. Okay, so you may have some your own idea, but this is my idea. Okay, so these three things are main. Okay, these three things are like important for implementing this scenario. Okay, so extra added stuff would be add-ons. Okay, so add-ons would be you can drop it to mail send mail component. Okay, send mail to client, the output file CSV, or you can drop to uh, AWS. Okay, S3 bucket. Okay, or you can send it to uh, some other third-party server. Okay, so third-party server using NDM job. Okay, so NDM job is matlab using some SFTP script. Okay, okay, so these three are like uh, added advantage. Okay, added thing. So depending on the requirement we get. Okay, so these are the entire line. Okay, entire roadmap. Okay, for implementing this. Okay, so if you want to know the proper coding. Okay, so if you want to know the proper coding, so this would be like configure part. Okay, so configuration. Okay, okay, so code part would be like if we start with, then it would be like this video like it will get a lengthy video. Okay, so we better stop with this one, because like the code base you may have to start with the proper parameter. See, if you want to start with the Excel, for example, read Excel. Okay, so read Excel, you have to start with the Excel name. Okay, so Excel as component, you have to give the proper Excel name, and then you have to name give the sheet name as well, and then you have to give the DML and everything. Okay, so this will take extra time. Okay, so if you recommend, like if you are requesting me to like code entire thing, I'll just make another video to, okay, to explain the code base and then to implement this part. Okay, the entire part like right from starting read Excel sheet to write down. Okay, so all this, and then I will just code it right away in the code and then the Word document, and then I'll just show you, okay, in the next video. Okay, so just if you want the code, then comment down, and then we'll just see in the next video. Okay, so right now I just wanted to tell my idea and then my design. Okay, so this design may be like individual people, like individual developer, they can design on their own. Okay, so own idea, and then if you have any more, like any other idea, just comment it down. Okay, so so hope you enjoy this video, and then I hope you got some nice, like a nice idea around this. Okay, so you may think, like you may come up with like many ideas around this. Okay, around this real world scenario and everything. So hope you like this video, and then if you have any other if you want the coding part to become get completed, and then you can just comment down below. Okay, I'll just make on coding area, then I'll just share. Okay, we'll just see how it's going to get like it interpreted. Okay, so I'll just see you guys in the next video. Okay.